What's going on, guys? Gonna hop in here for a little while, go over what I see in the post market. We've got PRZO moving, low float stock moving into highs with some volume. We've got PRZO here. I'll go over what I see in the market, post market. We'll see what gaps up, and I'll go over the chart and the levels. So I'll spot whatever is moving with volume. Of course, no volume, no trade, number one personal rule. So we'll be watching here in a few minutes. It is 3:56 p.m. Eastern time. We've got a couple minutes until 4 p.m. and market close. Let's see what we find. This is PRZO here. I've got the new indicator on here, really showing us where it's going to enter overbought and start to kind of see some pressure. So it's kind of moving these lines around. You'll see them move around with the price and volume as well. And that is because they are always adjusting. So if you see that it's above these levels, then it's basically just saying that it's really extended and you want to be careful. But of course, this is for educational purposes only. We've got down here below, we've got the buy zone, we've got the oversold level. So if we start to drop below, say in the 275 range and below, it may get some bounce watch alerts in there on that one. So right now it is extending. We can see that it's gapping up here. I'm going to pull over the confirmation chart as well, because we have two different charts on here. So let me do that. So PRZO is grinding into highs here. We're just about to post market. We're not just there yet. This is going to be a new live session that I do every day. So if you guys are listening in and you want to join in with us, we're going to do this every day. This will be a free session for anyone who wants to join. We've got our premium Discord. You guys have access to this in my charts real time. YouTube, I think it's delayed by maybe 15, 20 seconds, something like that. So it's not crazy, but you guys will see my chart. I'll go over levels and we'll go over, what we're really looking for on this. So PRZO is a really cool one because it doesn't really have too many levels above. So I'll add this into our chat as well. So if you guys are in our chat, you'll see these alerts come through. And let me go ahead and share this actually. So I'll share this stream with everyone on our Discord channel. And if you guys want to join in there, you can. This will be, again, a free session. So just trying to share the knowledge and education here. And of course, compare our charts with yours. And, if we have something that's similar, then maybe it helps with our conviction. So Trader Talk is live. So I'll put this in the chat for everyone. And then we'll get back to the charts. It's about to be closed here in about a minute. So we'll see what we have in this post market. So I'm in the Eastern time zone. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. is the market, post market. So that's what we're looking for. We've had some really solid post market runs this past week. So we'll see what we get. You guys will see I've got multiple charts. So I have one chart that's I mark manually where I set the support and resistance levels. And that's the chart that I trade for confirmation. So if I'm looking for true confirmation, typically it's going to be on these key levels. So if I zoom on out on PRZO and I look at this, I can see over here we've got some price action. So I know that. So really, I want to see this thing get over, say, 363. So I've got my levels marked already. So 363, 332. It's got to close over these levels and hold. Close back below is bearish. And that's my signal to bail on the trade. But that is my strategy. That's confirmation. I go over every day live in voice. It's something that I think is really great for beginners. And even if you've been trading for a long time, it can still save your butt from those major losses. So we've got both of these charts up. So you have my key levels here. And I post all these charts in chat as well. So you guys can see that in chat. So let me go ahead and get my brokerage up here. That way, in case I do take any trades, probably won't take any trades. But if I do, of course, this is not buy or sell alerts. This is not what this is. This is day trading education. This is just for educational purpose. So my goal here is to enlighten everyone with my setup and how I approach the market and you can then, you know, make your decisions from there, but you can understand how another trader is going about trading. And I am a full-time trader. This is what I do. So day trading, and we've got this PRZO is now pulling back. We've got that major red. We are now in the post market, so we're looking for something fresh. I've got my brokerage information up, so I'm good to go there. We've got the chart up. We're good all around. We're just ready for some action. So I use hotkeys for my trading. I don't know about you guys, but I use hotkeys for my trading. I use Webull as my main broker. I've got a few brokers that I use, but I use Webull for the most part. I like them especially because I can trade, you know, from 4 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. That's always nice to have that. Hearing YGMC on the scanner. YGMC. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Am I saying that? YGMZ. YGMZ. Did I type it in wrong? I must have. So YGMZ here on the scanner getting a pop. Pulling it up in our Discord as well. And the first thing I'll do is mark the chart and get these key levels out to our team. So I've got a lot of resistance showing here. So I'm marking this YGMZ getting a pop. I've got a lot of levels on this chart as I continue to add them. I think I'll send this in chat, but this is going to be kind of an ugly chart, as you guys will see. GMZ and updated. So took me a minute to mark it, but it doesn't take too long, but it's a complete mess of a chart here. So let me pull it over so everyone in on YouTube can see as well. And if you're in the Discord, you have access to this in the private Discord. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see it a little bit faster, then you have access to it real time in our Discord. So just go to the BB Live channel and you'll see me streaming. So what you guys can see is I have a mess of levels. It's just crazy. I've got a lot of levels. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to continue or not. Let me check and see if there's news on this. So for my strategy, luckily news is not important or as important. Of course, it's nice to have news, but what's more important is just the price action. So we can see this thing is moving. And let me increase the watermark here so you guys can see it a little bit better. That should help. So YGMZ you can see is moving here, getting a pop. Hitting resistance levels. We've got some resistance levels above here as well. So YGMZ is moving. We've got it on the other chart as well, which is our key level finder. So this is letting us know that it's basically very extended, very extended. But we've seen a lot in this past week that have been extended like this that just don't seem to care. So it's not always the case. So YGMZ, you can see 200-day EMA at 104. So maybe if we get lucky, we'll get up there, and then I think it might see a little pressure. But let me verify and see if there's any news. Very, very extended looking. As we can see, it's above the short watch level, the profit target level, the overbought level. So of course, this is very risky. This is a risky setup. I would qualify this as a risk it for the biscuit, but I'm not sure I'll be taking this right now. It is Friday afternoon, Friday the 13th, and this is some spooky price action, right? This is some pretty spooky price action, if I can say that with a straight face. We've got some news here. YGMZ just keeps hitting the scanner. It's the only thing on the scanner right now. It's showing a 13 million share float too. So it's a pretty low float stock. Hearing ISUN, cheapo, ISUN. We've got ISUN hitting the scanners as well. So this thing is ripping on us, YGMZ. I'm hearing ISUN, I believe, right? Yes, ISUN. So ISUN getting a pop as well, cheapo here. Not seeing anything on YGMZ right now, but maybe I'm missing something. There we go. So ISUN getting a pop here. We can see that. So marking ISUN for our team as well. Another cheapo here. Market seems to love the cheapos. Keep in mind, guys, TPST this past week was a cheapo as well. And it was caught in the aftermarket just like these are right now. So plenty of these have been panning out to be pretty successful stocks to trade. So I've got levels here on ISUN. It's a pretty messy chart as well. So for everyone to be able to see this in chat or on YouTube, you guys can see this now. We got key levels right here at 42 cents. I got a cluster right here to 44 cents. Then of course we got 46 cents, 48, 50 is going to be a big one. That's a $0.50. The $0.50 mark here, especially in a cheapo, that's going to be pretty strong. ISUN gapping up a little bit here. What happened to YGMZ? Let's see what happened there. YGMZ is pulling back. Yeah, it's a messy chart. It's going to be tough to trade these, I'll tell you. These are not the type of stocks that I usually jump for joy on. PRZO, we've got this one marked. This one's got a nice chart. Just has to get up over that 415. If it can get over 415 and the 363, I think we can really start cooking on PRZO. So this is one that I think I would definitely keep on watch. Let's see. I'm not seeing. Oh, it looks like there's a form an acquisition. So Metal Stars Acquisition Corp on YGMZ. So they got something out. Reading through it now. So it's an SEC filing that they have. Schedule 14A. Let's see what they're doing. I mean, this chart is just nasty though, isn't it? So it's a nasty chart. So even if they didn't have news, like again, it wouldn't make a difference to me for my strategy. What we require is just high volume, close over a level, hold a level, and continue. That's really the meat and the potatoes of the whole strategy. So that's what we're looking for. And ISUN, you can see, is rejecting from this this resistance area, which it makes sense. I mean, both of these were pretty extended. I think YGMZ, if we pull it up, is going to look probably pretty similar here. Yeah. So we've got it just rejecting right now in this area. We've got maybe an area of interest down here near the VWAP. And we've got the 1 minute 20 EMA, the 4 hour 200 EMA down here as well. So this is the key level spotter. This is designed to spot those key levels for us. So right now, these are the only two on the scanners that I'm seeing. We've got YGMZ and, well, we had PRZO, but that one wasn't really moving. And we have ISUN, but ISUN is a cheapo. So I guess it depends on what you're looking for. So we're watching here to see if we find anything similar to TPST, because I'll tell you guys, like I said, TPST was a spooky move, right? It was just crazy the type of move that we got out of that. We were fortunate enough to get into that one very early. We had that in our key levels channel. So YGMZ is now testing resistance at 99 cents, and $1, of course, is going to be mental R or resistance from there. And then we've got $1.02 and $1.04. So like I said, it's a pretty clustered looking chart. So if I pull over my confirmation strategy chart, then you'll see that it's a little bit different. You know, it's just congested with lines. Now, it doesn't mean it won't just rip through these lines. This has a very low float. This is a cheapo with a 13 million share float, 14 million share float. So this could really get moving. If it gets up to 120, it's going to go up about 27% from the current price. So you got to kind of weigh out your pros and cons here. One of the cons I see is this nasty major red. This is a 15% negative candle. It doesn't mean it's going to stay like that, but it's kind of nasty overall. So if we pull over the key level spotter, we can see we're getting a little pop here, and well, let's see what it does here at the resistance. So we've got the 200-day EMA at 104. So if we keep that 200-day EMA at 104 and we have this chart, the confirmation chart, at 102 and 105, this may be a good area of interest. Now, if we just blow through this, then we may just be off to the races. But I would say that I would assume that this is going to give some resistance. Here we're testing it now. So YGMZ, excuse me, is testing resistance. So far a pullback, but we've still got about 50 seconds left on this candle. So we'll see what it does. So we've got a ways to go on this candle. Nasty pullback so far, 7%. Not as bad as this one over here, though. This one was 15%, so that's pretty gross, right? That's what we're trying to avoid as day traders altogether. But we're watching YGMZ here to see what it does. We've got key levels. We've got the key level spotter as well. It's now testing that 200-day EMA right at 104, so we hit that level, right? And that's where we're thinking we're going to get some pressure. Now, again, if we get over this 104, 105, these key levels, if we can close over 105, then the idea is hold the 105, targets 109, 110, 111, and then cruise up through 113 and 120. So look at this. So let's see what it does. Testing that 105 again, testing that. We know that that's our 200 daily EMA thanks to the key level spotter, right? So if I pull this one off, you guys can see that. 200 daily EMA, look at that, just rip through into these overbought levels. Now they're adjusting as the price and volume adjust. You can see that they're also adjusting, so it's getting a little bit bigger, I guess. Let me see if I can shrink this. I don't know if this is going to be terrible or what. You guys let me know if if you can see it or not. If you can see it, great. If you can't see it, then I'll resize it and we'll figure it out from there. So it might look crazy, I don't know. Let me move this one over a little bit. Let me see if I can move this without screwing it all up. There we go. All right. So you guys let me know. If that looks crazy, then I guess I'll fix it. But we're watching YGMZ. We've got the key level spotter. We've got confirmation levels right there, ready to go. So we're just watching this one because why? Because it's getting some volume. If we see those white candles, we know that is game time. We've got lots of volume, lots of liquidity, which is what we need as day traders. So we're watching YGMZ. You can see it gapped all the way up to 110. Look at that. And it had a false breakout, has not closed over the 105. So like I said, if we close over 105, that's the level of interest, I think. That's the continuation. So if we're looking for continuation, right, we've got to close over this level. Now, the only concern that I have is if I maximize this one here and zoom in, you guys will see that we basically filled the gap. So it looks like a crazy wick. I know it's probably hard to see, but hopefully you guys can see that this is a massive wick that just gapped up and filled the gap, right? So the problem is that this level now holds less weight, but here's the theory. It did not close over this key level yet. So if you're looking for confirmation, this would be the level. Although I think that at this point, I might feel safer going with the 113, but who doesn't want to get in early at the 105? So if we close over 105, awesome. Then, possibly it's game time. If not, then we'll be a little weary there. So we've got the chart marked on the left-hand side here. We've got key levels, right? Hopefully you guys can see those. We've got 105, 102, 97 cents. These are key levels. We've got 99 cents. And we have these minor levels, 109, 110. So we want to get above this for continuation and get up to that 120. Come on, let's go. But on the right-hand side, we can see that we touched and tapped that 200 daily EMA, the 104, and we're showing some rejection there, which again makes sense because that is a major weighted, commonly used indicator that a lot of traders will use. And so that's the whole idea of this one on the right-hand side, is that this chart is literally trying to spot where traders will typically be looking for and where we might see some bumps in the road, right? It doesn't mean that it's, it's a strategy I'll go with. I don't typically trade EMAs myself, but I like to be aware of them on the side just so I can know if we're approaching a level and I can combine, I can say, oh, okay, well, we have a daily 200 EMA and we have a major level here. Again, maybe we're going to see some pressure. Maybe I want to lock in some of my profit. But if we're looking for continuation, YGMZ, that's on the left-hand side here. So we can see on the right-hand side, we are entering overbought. We've got 200 daily EMA being tested again at 104. We've got the overbought level at 107. We've got profit target 110 and short watch around 113 to now 115. And this will adjust with that price. So we may see it around 120. So 115, 120. Now look at this. On the left-hand side, we're rejecting our key level. So if you're trading confirmation, we're looking for a clean close over the level. So again, keep it really simple, guys. You know, we're looking for a clean close, which means these are candles, and I'm looking for a green candle. Let me shut this volume indicator off for a minute. We're looking for a green candle to close over our white line. It's that simple. That's what we're looking for. If it closes over, then it's bullish, and if it closes back below, it's bearish. So what's great about this strategy is it's very, very simple. We're just depicting where the support and resistance will be, and then we're trading around it, so that way we can really have a game plan when trading. So we have YGMZ is making its moves here in the post market. It's kind of hitting a wall though, isn't it? So we've got a lot of resistance on this one, and it's kind of hitting a wall, as you can see. And this is our confirmation chart marked out, and this is our key level spotter on the right hand side. Make this a little bit bigger. So we've got our key levels over here, short watch. So now we've got CFRX. CFRX is hitting the scanners. CFRX. Let me see. I think this one. Let me see if I have it marked. You guys, this is the key level spotter here. CFRX starting to hit the scanners, showing a 5 million share float. Another cheapo. Let me finish marking this for our team and get this out to our Discord. So Discord has access to all of my charts. So every chart that I mark, I put into a private channel listed as my mark charts, the BB mark charts channel. On top of that, I also assess the chart and give out key levels. So it's very important to my strategy that I stick to the key levels, and I try to find that. So this is been updated. CFRX, and the key level is going to be 69 cents and 72 cents. So if you guys are looking to follow along, I will put CFRX is worth watching close over 69 cents. Let's see. We'll say 70 cents and 72. But this is, of course, a cheapo and not a plus for that reason. And we do have a cluster of resistance. So I will put that in the notes as well. So you guys will have that alert now in chat. You'll see that I mentioned that CFRX is worth watching close over 70 cents and 72 cents. So that means you want to set an alert. So I would say you come in here and you set your level. And if I said, let's see, 70 cents, so you can just come in here and hit Alt H and go to 72 cents, Alt H. So in other words, if we close over these two levels, that is what we're looking for confirmation. So if we can close over those levels, it's basically go time. If we can't close over those levels, well, we just don't care about it, right? It's just not a big deal. So 72 cents, 70 cents, those are the two key levels. We do have some minor key levels as well, other than that, but you guys have access to that in chat. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out and I'll go over. So CFRX is up right now. Let's take a look back at YGMZ to see what it's doing. You can see it's struggling here. And a lot of this, it has a lot of resistance up here. So these red lines are resistance. The green lines are support. And so we've got support areas down here around more like 69 cents right now, 66 cents as it drops. So we'll see what it does. So 116 is the short watch level. So as the price and volume picks up, so will the chart. So CFRX is approaching its resistance again, but doing it on very little volume. CFRX needs to get more volume here before it's going to be really tradable, in my opinion. Hearing another one, SVVC. That's S Victor Victor Charlie. SVVC. Pulling it up for our team. Going to mark. Looks like another cheapo here with a lot of lines. SVVC. Victor Victor Charlie. Sandy Victor Victor Charlie there. SVVC. This has a nasty looking chart, so I'm not sure I'm in love with that one. I think I don't know. I guess if they have some kind of really great news or whatever. I've got a lot of levels on it. Let me pull it up in the stream. SVVC. So we've got, it's way overbought. It is near the 400, 200, or excuse me, 4 hour 200 EMA, and the daily's up here 84 cents. So maybe if we get lucky, we'll get up here to the 84-cent level, but I'm not sure. We've got a lot of resistance on that chart. So a lot of cheapos here, guys. If I pull over the confirmation chart, you guys will see what I'm talking about. This is what I have for confirmation. So we have a lot of resistance. So basically, when you just take a look at something like this, it's just easy to say, okay, this is a cluster of resistance. Now, when you see that, that doesn't mean it's untradeable. It doesn't mean it's not going to go through those levels. What that tells me is just I may not want to trade it, and if I do, I definitely want to reduce my size. And that's kind of how I approach the market, right? So I'm just assessing each one of these trades because, in my opinion, in my experience as well, not all trades are the same. So SVVC here, yeah, sure, it's worth watching, and if it starts to gap up, I mean, these cheapos can really get wild, right? TPST is that unicorn that went from 30 cents to 11.50 this week. And so a lot of traders are pretty excited about hopping on the next TPST ship. But unfortunately, it's pretty rare that you see that. Like I said, it's a unicorn, right? You don't see that often. So nice to see. I hope we get more of it. I hope it's sparks some life into our low float names. That's awesome. I don't have a complaint about that at all. So guys, this is going to be a session that I host every day that I'm available, at least throughout Monday through Friday. So from around 3:50, 3:55, I'll hop in here and we'll go over whatever hits the scanners, usually from 4 to 4:30, and maybe till 5, depending on what I'm doing. Tonight is Friday night. It's Friday the 13th. Ooh, spooky. We've got movie night with the kids. We've got pizza night. And so I'm very much looking forward to that. We're watching something scary, something old school. We watched an R.L. Stein movie last week that was newer, and it was not very spooky at all. So SVVC is now coming back up to its resistance levels. You guys can see this on the key level spotter, and you can see it on the bullish momentum as well. So the confirmation, we've got confirmation levels here. It needs to get over 54 cents. I'll put that in chat as well. So 54 cents. And the reason I say that, so everyone is well aware of, what I'm doing here. We gapped up to that level. It went up to 53 cents, 54, but the thing is I have a level there at 54 cents. So the fact that we've already filled this gap, we could take it at 51 cents. I mean, technically speaking, we haven't closed over 47 cents. So technically speaking, we could close over that level and take it from there. But, I think the true confirmation and the better setup is going to be over the level we haven't closed over yet, and that's 54 cents. So if we close over that level, awesome. It needs to hold. If it can't hold and it closes back below, then we just bail. It doesn't matter. So that's one way to approach it. That's confirmation. That's how I trade low float stocks every day. So you can see SVVC is getting a little bit of a pullback. And it looks like SWC, doesn't it? But it's SVVC. So you can see a pullback here on it, which makes sense. It's still got 40 seconds left on the candle, though. So for all we know, it could just gap right back up through these levels. So we'll see what it does. So YGMZ, see what it's doing. How are you making out, YGMZ? So this one is struggling. It's now bouncing off of a couple levels here. So it's bouncing off of this level. And the 20 EMA, the VWAP, and the 9 EMA are all in this area. So again, I don't trade any of these in particular, but I like to keep these on this key level spotter because what it's doing is telling me where other traders might find some value or where algorithms might find some value, in which case I could just ride the wave of what they're doing, right? So that's kind of how I like to approach the whole market and the whole trade here. So YGMZ getting a pop here on low volume, You can see it on the key level spotter. We've got that 200 daily EMA at 104. So 104, 107, 109, and 111 short watch level at 111. I'm sure this will probably move up. So I think between that and 120 is an area of possible short watch, but this is a cheapo, so no one's really shorting this. So the way I would look at this, instead of it being a short watch, if I'm in the position, this is maybe areas that if we start to gap into, I would like to secure some profit, so that way I don't give it back to the market. So YGMZ getting a small pop here in the right direction. Needs to get over those highs. 110 is the high here in the post-market session. YGMZ is up. Let's see. I'm not sure how much it is. It's up from close. Let's measure it. So closed over here with no volume. Gapped all the way up here. It's at 127, 127% up. So a pretty solid move on YGMZ. Almost looks like at this point it's just going to go sideways for the rest of the night, but time will tell. TUP. Let's see. TUP has been on the scanner plenty of times. So TUP getting a very light volume pop. TUP very light volume pop. Doesn't look like there's much volume into it at all. If I zoom in here, you can see that it's becoming a little extended. Low volume pop into its highs. Let's zoom left or zoom out and look left, and we can see a lot of resistance over here. So a lot of resistance on TUP. So I want to be careful with that. But this is a nice move on top in the post market. So it may continue. YGMZ is hitting the scanners again. This one's kind of sideways again. Not too concerned with that. Like I said, these charts are so full of levels that I'm not sure I could even take part in these trades anyway. So for me, just sit out, take a look at it. If I were to trade something like this because of what I see, again, it would be a quick in, quick out. Hold yourself that little lotto in case you feel it's going to squeeze. I mean, if these things really squeeze up there, I mean, we'd be talking about, 70%, 100% pretty easy. Like I said, TPST went from under 30 cents all the way up to 11.50. I mean, that's very impressive. No position for myself at this time. Holding on AMD, actually. We're still holding on AMD. Came down a little bit today, which kind of stinks, but we're up over 14% on the swing trade, so that one's working out pretty good for us. We're still up on it. Right now I'm up just over 9%, but giving back some profit here, it looks like. We'll see if it can continue here shortly next week. We got YGMZ on the scanner. Really don't see anything else that's gapping up that's worth watching. We've got a 52-week low floater around DRMA, so one to watch next week. We've got some continuation watch names, APLT, MLGO. So these are scanners that I have built and looking for value in the market. Let me see what we have on the stock screener. Let's see if we have any swing trades that come up. I've got a whole bunch of scanners, guys. I'm a scanner nerd, 100%. So best times to buy. Let's see. Let's hop over to the weekly chart, and there we go. We got a couple alerts here. OPEN. Oh man, $2.41. I think that's a little cheap for me. Let's see. Let's check it out. Let's see what it does if we put it on the key level spotter. I put it on the key level spotter. Oh, it's the wrong one. Let me hop to this one. Open. Let's see what it looks like on here on a wider time frame. So let's go to the daily time frame and let's take a look at open and see where it looks like it may have some support. Here, YGMZ getting a pop. A big pop on YGMZ. YGMZ is getting a big pop here, guys. There we go. We've got a short watch around $1.23, hitting the 200 EMA again. This is the second time on this move. You can see that it crossed the 200 EMA here, and it has failed, but it hasn't quite failed yet as it's coming back up. So if this closes below, it's going to fail. But if it can close above, it's going to be moving in the right direction. 121 is the next level. 115 and 121. Between that area should see a little bit of pressure. We've got our major key levels on it as well. We zoom in, we've got YGMZ just littered with levels here, but if you zoom out a little bit, you can see them a little bit more clear. So close over this 105 again is where we're looking for, right? We've gapped up, hit 110 again. We did not close over the 110. If we can close over the 105, close over the 111, close over the 113, continue here, that's the continuation we're looking for. 120 would be the next resistance above that. So that's YGMZ getting some action here in the aftermarket. Some post-market movers we've got here. YGMZ key levels, 105, 111, 113, 120. We've got a short watch level up here around 121. So 121 would be the short watch. Bounce watch would be all the way down here near 72 cents. So if we start to drop like crazy, below 72 cents or around 72 cents right now would be the bounce area. If we start to rip up, I think 122 is going to give us a lot of pressure. So I think that 120 mark, I think this area in here is going to be a solid sell if we start to rip up into this. So let's get a close over 105. We're watching this here. Watching YGMZ. Want to see that close over that's key level. We've got a couple wicks here. Wick there. We've got wicks here. Let's see what it does. Watching YGMZ test its resistance level of 105. As I mentioned, this is a pretty major level, needs to close over. We've got the key level spotter as well. I'll put these side by side because I think, like I said, I think these are the only two really moving that are worthy right now, right? So we've got the YGMZ on the left with our key levels. This is confirmation levels. This 105 is very important. And then on the right-hand side, we've got our key level spotter. So we've got the 200 daily EMA, which again, look at this. So we closed above it. We closed back below it. We're failing at that level and now coming back down. So the 200-day EMA at 104, it's holding some weight. So we want to keep that in mind, but we'll be able to see here that we've got a level here at 109 and 110. You can see that we're hitting pressure there, and we have not closed over the 105. So the fact that we haven't closed over the 105 is pretty major. So that's the big deal right there. So close over the 105, needs to hold that level, struggling to do so, falling back down now, failed the 200 EMA, and it looks like it's trailing back down now. If we're looking for a bounce area on it, we'd be looking down here, 79 cents, 75 cents, 72 cents. So in this area, anywhere from 65 cents to, I'd say, 75 cents, that might be the area of value for a possible bounce. But again, this is a cheapo. You know, this is a cheaper stock, so we want to be very careful because trading these cheaper stocks can be very, very risky. Because the reason I say that is these major reds, these pink candles you see, these major reds like this one here, negative 14%, 15% negative. These are pretty common when you're trading low float stocks, especially stocks that are under $1. So if you're trading penny stocks under $1 and they're low float names like YGMZ is, it's a 13 million share float, then you're running the risk of these major red candles a little bit more so than you would be on something else. Now, that being said, it doesn't mean that we can't trade them. It just means that even more so, you want to stay disciplined and really focus on your strategy. So if you don't have a strategy and you're not really aware of what to do, then you know, I would say you need to spend some time focusing on that first. And a lot of traders will apply a lot of these strategies to stocks, these low float stocks, and unfortunately they don't apply as much as you think. So a lot of the strategies out there, unfortunately, are not really geared towards low float trading, and that's why I love our strategy, because it is geared towards low float trading, and what it's built around is mitigating risk. So again, I wouldn't be able to enter this long until it closed over a level. So this one closed over the level, and then this would be my target. This would be my target. Well, hit target, hit target. So I would be taking profit on that wick and that move. And then we have YGMZ close below the level. This is where I'd bail, close back over the 105, get back in. So, you know, it's helping us mitigate risk and not extend our losses. Because if you're that trader who's, you know, buying here and you're buying at the dip of this and you're buying at the dip of that and you're anticipating it to go back up, then you're probably also one of them traders that are holding bags overnight. So, and I don't say this to, you know, to make anybody angry. I say this because that was me at one time. So I know it all too well, so I can speak on it a little bit better than some. So YGMZ needs to close over that 105. It's gapped up and filled the gap. Will this be a high quality setup? I don't believe it will be, but will it give us a high quality trade? It possibly could. So what I would do is, again, assess these conditions. I would understand that, you know what, if it did close over the 105, and if I typically take, you know, for an example, you know, just for example, 500 share purchase, and I typically buy it over 105, well, then maybe I want to cut that in half to do a 250 share purchase, or maybe even less, maybe just 100 share purchase, or maybe even less than that. So it really comes down to, of course, you know, the size account that we have, our risk tolerance, what we're looking to get out of the market. You know, I may want to get, you know, a couple $100 where someone else might want to get a couple $1,000. So it really depends on, you know, what you're looking to get. And we'll look at YGMZ now ripping up here. So it's ripping up, bouncing off the 97 cents, 108, 20 seconds left on this candle. Let's see what it does. So this is our key levels here. So we want to see it close over our key level and hit our target up here. If we close back below, that's all she wrote. And keep in mind, we've got these nasty major reds over here. So this is not buy or sell alerts. This is trade education. This is day trading education. That's what I do. I'm looking to educate others on my process because I'm a successful professional day trader, and I'm very fortunate to be able to say that. So I get to spend my time trading stocks, and I came from the labor industry myself. So it's nice to be able to come from labor intensive work and be able to make money while just assessing conditions and staying disciplined. So, and that goes hand in hand for every aspect of life too, guys. So if you're looking to get in shape, right, you got to stay disciplined. Consistency is key. Discipline is key, right? If you're looking to get smarter, right, you got to stay consistent. If you want to, you know, finish college or whatever, you have to stay consistent, right? So as we all grow into our adult life, we all understand that consistency is very important to, you know, creating that longevity type of effect. So if you're looking to be in this, you know, this market with YGMZ and low float stocks, you know, long term, and be trading this stock now and be trading it 5 years from now and 10 years from now, well, then I would suggest focusing in on a strategy that's going to keep you consistently profitable. So for me, that's confirmation. Close over 105. It is go time. So let's keep it so simple, guys. Keep it simple. Close over 105 is go time. We can't really say it any other way other than that. So close over this level. It's go time. Right now it's ripping up. Look at this go. So it's ripping up on it. Bullish vertical trend. Needs to hold above 105. Has not closed over it yet. It's ripping up to the 110, 111, 113, 114. 115 is the high. This thing is going. We found it fast. We found it very fast. It's very risky, but we know that it's risky. It's a cheap stock, right? It's a very cheap stock with a low float. So look at that. So far, a false breakout. Let's see, 18 seconds left on the candle. We're watching this ticker countdown over here, 15 seconds. So if you guys can see that, it's a little on the small side, but we've got 10 seconds now. So watching for this close here, it's got to close over the 105 for it to be bullish. And keep in mind, it's very high risk as it's already gapped up. There it goes. So now it's a very, very high risk trade. And this is not something that I typically would take, but there's your target. There's your target. There's your target. So as this gaps up into these levels, yes, it closed over. Yes, it's bullish. And now we're looking for these targets. Now the main goal would be to shave into profit, right? So we just hit these target levels here, 109, 110, 111, 113, and 114, all in this move. Next target would be 120, but at this point we shave down, take some profit. There we go. 119, penny shy of our 120 level. You think it's a good idea to lock in some profit? I believe it is. If we look over on the key level spotter, we can see oversold and short watch around 122, probably from 122 to 125 is going to see some pressure. So we can see again, this 120 level is going to provide a lot of pressure here, and that's a good idea to lock in some of that profit, right? So yes, this is a very high risk setup, but we had a lot of volume on this move. So if I expand our confirmation trading levels here, you can see YGMZ confirmed over its key level of 105, right? So if I map this out right here, this is the close over the 105 level. So you guys can see that closed over, confirmed its level, and is now hit its target just above. And of course, this gap had filled, so this is very high risk. This is not A+, right? But that's why you reduce your size, as I mentioned, to reduce the risk. And guess what? Now you got yourself a nice winning trade. You can hold on to a lotto, shave down 75%, 90%, 95%, whatever you're comfortable with, or sell the whole thing. Really depends on, again, your situation. But at this point, 120 is our next level. We want to see a clean close over. If we hit that level, that's a target hit. There it is, target hit. So this is a clean confirmation move caught right here in our post-market movers. So guys, this is really exciting stuff, because this is what we're going to be doing every week, every day, Monday through Friday. I'm going to be hopping in here, hopping in voice, hopping in the chat, and going over what I see. We'll go over from 4 to 4:30, and sometimes I'll be in here till 5. Today I'm in here a little bit longer than 4:30, as this is the first session of many, guys. And if you found any value here today yet, or you're watching this afterwards and you think this is some valuable information, you want to see more videos like this, then please consider giving it a thumbs up and share it, guys. Share this with your fellow traders, because this is free education. This is not BS. I know there's a lot of BS out there, and this is not what this is. This is giving you a real strategy. This is talking real strategy, going over it real time, not hindsight trading. This is not us looking back and saying, oh, this would have been great, or that would have been. This happened right in front of us. Closed over the key level, as I mentioned here in voice, and then we continued up. We hit our targets. And why are we knifing down from here? Well, again, we are a very extended at this point. We have filled the gaps up to that 124 area. That's our short watch. And sure enough, if you're on the long side, great. If you're on the short side, great. Either way, you're getting yourself a nice win right here on YGMZ. So that is absolutely beautiful, guys. I don't think it gets any better than that, to be honest with you. So closed over the 105, hit target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets, almost 7, but about 6 targets here. We hit the 120 goal that we were looking for. And that's just an absolutely beautiful move. So guys, going to end it on that note. We've got YGMZ is our lead gapper, up 126% since close. Imagine that. So it's our lead gapper. We found it first. We found it fast, and you guys saw it here right away. So if you're watching this after, thumbs up, and hopefully you guys will be able to join us in our sessions. Make sure to hit that notification bell, because I will be live every day from probably from 3:50, 3:55 until about 4:30 every day, unless I stay a little bit longer. So guys, appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.